Well, sex trafficking is a $32 billion a year industry, and according to state leaders, it's becoming an epidemic in Georgia, and people need your help.
Because this problem is not just in Atlanta. News 3's Mercer Van Shore digs deeper into what survivors and state leaders plan to do about it. Mercer?
Phil and Teresa, did you know within 40 hours, 1 out of 3 girls who run away or are homeless are already recruited into the sex trade industry? State leaders call this an epidemic and say these predators are getting savvy at recruiting. And we want to warn you that some of the story may be a little disturbing.
For me, it started when I was 11 years old. My neighbor crumbled up $20 and he placed it in my hand.
Sex trafficking survivor Dorsey Jones is sharing her story to help those some 3,700 children being exploited in Georgia every month.
When I turned 12, I had already slept with half of the community, and it wasn't by choice. It was a need that had to be met in my house because there were things that we needed.
They will drive through neighborhoods just to see who some of the younger pretty girls is, because remember, the prime age is 14 to start getting these girls. And so
that's right, 14, and it's happening right here in Columbus. Just a few weeks ago, an undercover officer at the Airport Thruway Walmart found a 21-year-old woman in the bathroom who said she was kidnapped from Clayton County. Law enforcement raided this home on Gleason Avenue. They say they also found a 16-year-old during this investigation. Representative Dawkins Hagler says the face of this industry is changing and everyone needs to know what's going on. That's why she's pushing for new legislation that would require strip clubs to give 1% of its earnings up to $5,000 to help fight sex trafficking. It's going to be on the ballot in November.
it looks like me and you, you can't gauge it because it may be a divorced mother who she's working and she doesn't realize now that her child is turning tricks on her lunch break.
She adds there are 3 ways most victims become involved. They're forced into it by a boyfriend or friend, they're lured into it by wanting nice things, or they're wanting to get out of poverty.
I realized that I didn't have to put myself in a situation anymore.
Well, this issue is not just for young women. According to Representative Dawkins Hagler in Georgia, this affects 33% of young men. Phil?
Thank you, Mercer. Georgia already has a law that makes it mandatory to post signs in rest areas, certain restaurants and motels. On those signs is a number to help those who may be victims of sex trafficking.
Phoenix